Welcome to Nebraska Preps Postgame with your hosts, Mike Sautter and Jacob Padilla.
Hey everyone, welcome into Nebraska Preps Postgame. Mike Sautter, Jacob Padilla here. We are going to do the best we can to cover, to look back at as much of district basketball as we possibly can.
A lot happened.
Obviously weren't there, at every game. I think there was 39 games on Friday alone. That's basically everyone playing. So, we're going to start with the girls' side. Yeah. We're going to just go girls because there's state tournaments this week.
Yeah, this will be our girls' state tournament preview episode, and then we'll touch on some of the boys' district results. We're still obviously recording on Monday. We still got some before they set the field, so we'll officially preview the boys next week after we recap the girls ahead of the state tournament when everything's set. But we're going to spend the bulk of this episode on the girls and give them the attention they deserve.
Yeah. Okay, so where do we want to start? A?
Start in A. Yeah, let's go from the top. And there were 0 district final upsets. The top 7 seeds took care of business. Yeah. That made Millard North the 8 seed, the wild card. Although there were a few interesting results. The closest one, or at least the surprising one, Lincoln North Star 47, Millard South 42.
Yeah. So
the Patriots, they gave the top seeded Navigators all they could handle, but North Star was able to pull out because Annie Lou had a great game, 23 points, 5 rebounds, 3 steals, hit 10 free throws. The rest of their kind of main scorers, 17 points on 4 of 19 shooting. So it was just an off day for them as a team. So Lou stepped up in a big way to get her team through. They had just played also the previous week, 53-40. So, I mean, that makes a difference for Millard South, who had just seen the way that North Star plays defense, and that makes things a little different. Like if you hadn't played them before, trying to go against that 1-3-1. And I talked to Tommy Johnson, and he said, yeah, everybody knows us for a 1-3-1, but we'll mix it up too. Like if they feel like they need to, they'll go to some different things as well. So it's obviously a really hard team to prepare for. So I'm sure Millard South, seeing them previously, helped prepare them for this game. But still, North Star got it done.
Especially when you don't have anything to lose, and kind of you're just all focused, singularly focused.
And I think North South will be back next year. Get Aubrey Carter back healthy, hopefully. But yeah, we got the field set. The other one I was at, Millard West and Papillion-La Vista, ended up being 49-43 win for Millard West, and not the prettiest basketball game. Both teams shot under 30% from the field, so that was pretty rough. 15 turnovers for Papio, 10 for Millard West. So that was kind of the difference in the game there, because turnovers is an area that Millard West has struggled with for a lot of this season, and they were able to play a little bit cleaner there. And they got 13 points, 9 boards from Kylie Pabin in her final game at Millard West in their gym. She's the lone senior on the team. They recognized her beforehand because their senior day ceremony got wiped away by the weather the previous week. So they honored her, and then Papillion-La Vista, they'll be back next year. They only had one senior as well. She came off the bench. So Jada Richardson had 20 in the game, hit some big shots late to kind of keep them alive. So watch out for Papio next year. I think that's the team. They got some length. So that's an interesting team. I was impressed by the way they were able to kind of hang in that game. But in the end, we got the 8 teams that we expected going into it. Yeah,
and I was at Westside and Lincoln High district final game. I hadn't seen Westside yet this year. Jaya Freeman had 6 threes in the first half, 4 of which came in the second quarter.
She's really stepped up big this year with Maya Jo Matoyer leaving. Yeah. She's really stepped up and had a big season for them.
Yeah, I mean, she's the lead ball handler too and all that. And they run some nice actions to get her open and get her shots. She actually set the school record for threes in the season. So clearly you have to be pretty focused on her. Yeah. She had 6 in the first half. So then I was like, okay, what is the second half going to look like? And so then I looked it up. I'm like, okay, who holds the Class A record for threes in a game? And it's 11. Yeah. So in Class A. So we obviously didn't get there, but Felici from Bellevue West has that. So Akili. Yeah. But Freeman's good. They have some size. Snap Foster was in some foul trouble, so they just kind of handled their business.
And Lincoln High is another team. They're going to be back. They're really young. Their best players are freshmen and sophomores.
They don't have a lot of size, but they're good, man. Like I thought they were pretty good. Amani Stoli kind of can get to her spots and make shots for Lincoln High. So getting to a district final for that young of a team is pretty good. Especially like Lincoln High, they don't have a JV team. So
wow.
Yeah. So like that tells you kind of you're building, right? So getting it built back up there.
Yeah. All right. So the field is set. We get the 1-8 is Lincoln North Star at 24-1 against Millard North 15-9, and they played once before 60-46 on December 13th for North Star.
I was there at that one. Yeah.
Kendall Anderson had 21, and North Star went 13 of 25 from 3. Mm-hmm. Millard North went 3 of 15. Yeah, so that's the whole difference right there. Mia McKenzie, 27 points, 5 rebounds, 4 steals in that game. And she is definitely the player to watch for Millard North, just a freshman already.
She's going to be
up.
She's going to be someone we talk about a lot.
Indeed. So just if you're going down to state, like who she's one to watch. Like you're going to see her a lot over the next 4 years. So in that game, Millard North had 25 turnovers. North Star had 19. So that's again playing against that zone and figuring out where you need to be, where the passes can go to against
Seeing
that
it once
length.
already maybe helps you too.
That being said, that was a long time ago, way back early in the season. So we'll see kind of how prepared Millard North is for that. The other half or the other game in that side of the bracket is the 4 Millard West 24 against the 5 seed Westside 22-5, the two teams we just talked about. That was a 55-48 win for Millard West on December 23rd. So again, another rematch from early in the season. Kylie Pavement had 19 and 10 in that game. They also got 10 apiece from Sophie Miller and McKenna Rooney. Again, both teams really struggled to shoot in that game, just really low shooting percentages. But Millard West got to the line and made 21 free throws, and which offset 18 turnovers. So like I said, Millard West, to make a run here, they have got to take care of the ball. And that's something they struggled with in some of their biggest games that I've seen for them. That's certainly going to be a key in this one because Westside, they got a lot of pieces. Like they've got Sinai Foster, Jaya Freeman, we talked about, kind of at the top there, but it's pretty balanced. They've got a handful of players that can make a difference.
I wonder too in that game, just knowing kind of both personnel a little bit now, is who guards Paben? Is it Foster, or do you just switch everything when she's, like Millard West runs her, kind of set some screens for her to get some threes and stuff like that. So do you switch?
And you would think if you've got Foster on her, that makes it tougher for Paben to make an impact inside the arc.
Right.
But then she's got to chase her on the perimeter.
That's what I'm saying. Like, so you probably just switch. That's what I would probably do.
Do you zone? Like, is that something that Westside has in their arsenal that they're comfortable with? That could be interesting.
Coach Clark has a lot in there that he could use. So,
The thing is about Millard West, Paben is the kind of player that can swing a game any given game. Like if she is hitting, the percentage hasn't been quite as high this season as when she was playing with obviously players that attracted so much attention in the Gesserts. So she's had to create a lot more and had to kind of force some looks this year. But she is still capable in any given game for dropping 30 plus. And so that's kind of, if you look at Westside Millard West going into this state tournament, is they've got the one player that can single-handedly swing a game. And can she get hot? Can she do that? And then again, we saw Westside is the one team that's beaten full strength Omaha North, and Sinai Foster is one of the better post players in the state, and obviously has some size that a lot of teams don't have. Said Freeman can get hot and hit a bunch of threes. So that's one of the more interesting, I think, first round matchups for me. Obviously, the 4-5 you would think it would be the easiest or the most well balanced, but I do think it played out that way. So that one I'm looking forward to. The bottom half of the bracket, you have 2 Kearney at 20-3 against the 7 Lincoln Southwest 16-8. Kearney moved up to the 2 spot. They played twice this year, so this will be the rubber match.
Hack opponents. So
Yep. So back on December 3rd, 50-38 for Kearney. Kearney held Lincoln Southwest at 24% shooting with 19 turnovers. And they got 31 points combined between Libby Province and Hallie Garner, who are kind of their top 2 players. Hallie, just a freshman, I believe. And then they got them back 40-38 second meeting on January 29th. And Southwest held Kearney to 25% shooting.
And 6 of 27 from 3, which is 22%.
But also somehow they overcame 23 turnovers to only 5. So kind of a wild game. So one game handled the other game right down to the wire. I have no idea what to expect from this game. I know, Austin, you saw the Kearney girls play down in Lincoln.
Yeah, I mean, it's an interesting matchup just because Lincoln Southwest has given some teams fits, but I don't know if they're necessarily like on their peak of a season as they enter into the state tournament. Obviously, they've had a pretty good late run here to go. But Kearney's been interesting, too, because that Marion game in the final for them playing the day before on Thursday night, they were in a battle for quite a while. They were in control, and they were ahead, but it was only a 1 or 2 possession game for most of that contest until the very end. I think it's one of those that if you look at who improved every time that they played, if you have to lean one way, like Lincoln Southwest is probably the team that causes a little bit more confusion. And you said it too, Jacob, that it's one of those that if one of your best players is a freshman, it's a new stage, it's Pinnacle Bank Arena, that's a lot to take in for Kearney, who hasn't been here for quite some time. Southwest has had plenty of years at the state tournament.
Haley Garner's one to another name, like looking down the road, you're going to want to know who that is.
For sure.
And pay attention for Kearney. So, but that matchup with her and like Katie Irons.
Katie Irons beating her, and then Eleanor Griffin for Southwest as well. Those two, they're pretty experienced, established at this point, two talented players. So those are going to be the players to watch on the Southwest side. And then finally, we have the 3 seed Omaha North at 24-4 against the 6 seed Omaha Westview at 20-5. Westview beat North back before they were at full strength early in this, on December 9th, 71-57. But again, that wasn't the same team they'll see. And then they faced each other again in the Metro Holiday Tournament final. We were there.
Yep.
I'm going to tell you right now,
that was not close.
That is going to be the best crowd for any of the Class A matchups. 100%.
No, North,
I've heard many a conversation about how many like buses are coming down for this game. Obviously, that Metro Conference tournament final, that was huge between
insane.
those two. I think that this is going to be one of the best environments and maybe even better than what you might get for the state championship game.
Credit to that Omaha North community. They have rallied around this team so much, and it's just kind of cool seeing stuff like that. Just the amount of support they've gotten this year. Obviously, 2002 is that the last time they've made it? So this it's been a very long time. I would say none of these girls were alive back then. So it'll be interesting to kind of just see what that looks like. But in the Metro tournament final, it was close at halftime, and then North kind of just pulled away. Credit to Westview, they didn't go away. They didn't quit. They tried to hit some shots, kind of hang around for a little bit, but North was in control because Justine Chichua had a great game, 18 points, 5 boards. And Omaha North, they grabbed 12 offensive rebounds. That's always going to be an edge for them, just with Tanaya Wilson-Smith and Chichua and some of those other front court players. And Westview was only 5 of 17 from 3 in that game. This is a team that can get hot. Stella Williams in particular. Kaylin Bailey struggled in that game. She's had a really good season for them and is a key. Like if she's hitting shots, then they've got the firepower they need to compete. So we'll see. It'll be fun kind of getting another rubber match here.
Yeah, North, their last state championship was 1998. And then they were on a little heater there, like 95, 96, 98, 99, 2000, 2001, 2002. Haven't been to the state tournament since 2002. Haven't won a first-round game since 2000. Yeah.
And then you add in the Westview side of it, the newer program, the new school. But
Coach Simons has done a great job.
And they're looking for their first tournament win. Not only are the crowds going to be big, second appearance, it's going to be a huge game of emotions, too.
Yeah.
Like whoever can control that environment and can control themselves through 4 quarters, because it's probably not a secret at this point, maybe I'll spill the beans, they don't really like each other very much either. So there's a huge amount of pressure that comes into this on both sides.
I'm glad you said it because I was just going to say there is a bit of an OPS rivalry there.
I am off camera, so I can say anything. No one knows who I am.
Yeah. But there is, Omaha North, you said, like, credit to them. They went all in on this group, this 1 year, obviously 1 year group, if you will. And it's worked so far. So, yeah, we'll see if they can finish the job. Obviously, I think they're one of the favorites.
Yeah, I think probably like you lean heavily North Star
and North.
North Star North.
We kind of thought that all year though too.
That's the one loss for North Star is to North at North, but
Right.
and that was a competitive game down the stretch. Like North Star hits a few more shots, and maybe that game goes differently. And again, they've seen each other, and it wasn't that long ago. So obviously, again, someone like Pabin can pull an upset, obviously, if she gets hot and just drops 30 in a semifinal or whatever.
She's good enough to lead her team for 3 straight games to just carry that team to a state championship. She's that good.
Yep.
Yeah, and it's funny just how different the narratives are for each of the kind of 4 or 5 top teams everyone is saying, because Pabin's maybe the best player, and then you've got Lincoln North Star that's had this huge rise in the best development. They might be the best team. Omaha North maybe has some of the better
collection of talent.
Right.
Yeah.
And then you look at Kearney, who has maybe the best record, and then you kind of keep going down the list. It's fun to dive into it, and it feels good that we have so many different storylines going in.
Well, and you got Westside, who had arguably the best single performance of the season in their win against North.
And was the runner-up last year that we seem to forget.
Yes.
And
And
Westside, to be honest, like Coach Clark's been there forever and done a fantastic job, like just consistently winning with that program. Everyone else here is like, have we consistently won? I'm talking like 20 years or whatever, like 10, 15 years. Have they consistently been in this situation and won and built a culture that they like and want? That's something Westside has a little bit of an advantage, like just because the stability has been there, right? For years and years. I'm not saying anything negative about anyone else. I'm just talking about the longevity.
Oh, yeah, that matters, just being there and being used to it. And again, a lot of those players were on that stage a year ago. So, just a lot of storylines. Be fun to follow this week. Moving on to Class B. 0 district upsets, although there were 3 close games. You had in the B5, Sidney beat Gretna 75-71.
In overtime.
Overtime.
It's crazy. Gretna had 3 of their top 3 scores, not only on the season, but on the day. I think totaled 64 points.
Jeez.
All 3 were on the bench for the final few minutes of overtime.
Fouled out.
All fouled out.
Wow.
So Sidney was able to survive late, but Gretna put plenty of scare into him and had a lead late in the 4th. Kearney was able to hit a late 3 that tied it up, and then they kind of switched back and forth between who had a lead and who was able to tie it. But crazy game, and all the credit to Gretna for making a 6-hour drive out the day before and competing the way that they did, and then obviously still fighting all the way into overtime. I mean, hats off to the Dragons, obviously. They probably deserved a spot in there if there were 9 teams, but you can only put in 8. So,
and then in the B6, Beatrice narrowly moved on 39-38 over Scott. And then in the B7, Scottsbluff 51-47 over Blair. And so, again, no upsets. Blair gets the wild card there. And they will take on top-seeded Norris in the first round. They played on January 16th. That was only a 37-35 win for Norris.
Yeah, I was out there too. It just happened to be one of our big game chain games, and that was a very interesting defensive battle. It felt like Norris wasn't necessarily playing up to the elevated position in which they played all the other games that kind of surrounded that one. But for whatever reason, Blair had their number that day, just couldn't get it done. I'm excited to see Blair again. I was actually somewhat rooting for them to get the wild card. I think they're a very sneaky team. I don't know if they'll be able to make like a run of it in 3 games, but if they've already gotten Norris maybe once, there's a huge possibility they could do it maybe a second time. And I think that that's very, very interesting for a 1-8 spot at the very top of the bracket.
Yeah, and Norris went 7-17 from the free throw line in that first meeting. So they definitely left some points there on the board. Also turned it over 15 times. So those are some areas they'll need to clean up as you head into the state tournament. Player to watch.
Go ahead.
I was going to say, player to watch for Blair. Again, another young player, Cadence Field, the sophomore, averaging about 14 points, 6 boards, 4 assists, and 3 steals this season. So she's going to be a problem that Norris will have to deal with.
Yep, and Kate Wolf, season or career leader in 3 points for.
And she played well in the
Blair.
first game for them,
Yes.
led them scoring in that one.
Yeah, and her outside shooting kept them in that game for sure. So if she's able to kind of keep that going, I think Norris probably knows what they're looking forward to when they get ready for this week.
We're not there. When we get to Beatrice, I got a little key number.
Yeah, we'll get there. The 4-5 is Gretna East at 20-5 against Sidney 19-5. They played before 63-37 for Gretna East on January 31st.
People forget that was for the Western Conference title.
Gretna.
Notable Western Conference team,
Gretna East.
Notable Western Conference champion, Gretna East.
So, these two heated rivals from just down the road.
Gretna East shot 54% from the field, held Sidney to 26%, and forced 20 turnovers in that game. So
Cougar Palace.
Yeah. So Sidney, you can't perform worse than that. Like they've got to know that. Like, hey, we've seen this before. Like things, like everything that could have gone wrong for us did. Going into this one, hopefully they're feeling like, all right, we've seen what they can throw at us. I know you just saw Gretna East in the district final on Saturday.
And Taryn French, UNK commit, 24 points career high, did it for her last home game. I am so impressed. Is it Justice Love? That's the freshman.
Yep.
She is incredible. I mean, a scoring threat at all levels, and she doesn't look like a freshman in any way, shape, or form. She's confident. Her body composure is obviously very good, especially when she's going towards rim, and her confidence is through the roof. So you have to slow her down first, but the way that French was playing there at the end is incredible. And I don't know, there's obviously better teams that are seated in front of Gretna East, but they're a terrifying first-round matchup for any team.
Well, and the way that he plays, like the line,
so much depth there, too. It's really
weight
balanced.
coming at you in waves. Yeah.
And, of course, the ability of Gretna East in, the weekday Wade era that's been so far, their conditioning is phenomenal.
Yeah.
I mean, they were in a battle with Northwest until the fourth quarter. Northwest just didn't have the same amount of gas that Gretna East did.
I think it probably has something to do with being soccer players.
Yeah, I was going to say, always multi-sport there.
Yeah.
All right, on the bottom half of the bracket, you've got the two.
Wait, before we move on, I need to find out, but I need to know what weekday Wade's outfit's going to be.
Very good point.
We will have that content for sure on our feeds.
I'm sure the yellow pants and the Argyle black and yellow sweater are going to come out.
Yeah,
or you wore it last year.
Yeah, I was going to say, does he go back to the old classic, or does he got something new to break out?
Yeah, I'm sure I'm very interested to see.
Regardless, you will be able to find him easily on the sideline. He will stand out.
Yes.
He's very easy to spot.
Yes.
Those yellow pants were on display for the district final. I was kind of surprised he didn't want to save those. So,
That's all right. You can wear them multiple times. Yeah, no big deal.
That's how pants work, yeah.
You can wash them. Yeah.
That's how laundry machines work.
Yes. Okay.
All right, 2-7 is Bennington, 25-0, but only the 2 seed in the wild card point standings. And Scottsbluff, so Bennington again, 25-0, Scottsbluff 17-8. They played 61-39 on January 9th. 21 Scottsbluff turnovers, shot 33% from the field in that game. Bennington they're really good. They're far and away the favorite. Obviously, undefeated. Norris, they've played several times. Norris took them to overtime in their conference final.
I mean, the first time that they played twice, and it was a close game both times with Norris. So 53-44, that was in December. Yeah. It's hard to look at that unless it's a major blowout. And then the overtime win. So that was at Norris. It matters a little bit, but Bennington's very good.
Yeah, Macy Reiner, obviously. Fantastic player. Yes. She's really taken a big step forward this season to kind of be the lead player, but they're so balanced with Skylar Johnson, obviously a shooter. Hayden Jackson's playing well for them. Harper Boy, just what she's able to do on the ball defensively and just kind of stuff in the stat sheet. That team's pretty overwhelming.
If they can get this one done this year, they could go on like an Elkhorn
nice
North,
little run,
run heater here, like of multiple. Or be in the final or win.
Their best players, sophomores and juniors, so they've got another run with this
If they can win this year, they could go on a multi-year run for sure. Unless, they're moving up to A. So
that's right.
But they'll still be fine.
They'll
be fine.
Yeah, Reiner, in that class already multiple Division I offers.
Yeah, she's one of the best players.
Terrific athlete,
no question.
So they will be just fine competing in Class A next year, I imagine. Scottsbluff, they're going to need a monster game from Ava Reach. It's going to take a lot of shots. They got to go in for her because they're just short. Yeah, they're just shorthanded. So they got to take care of the ball and they got to get her good looks, and she's got to knock them down and have a chance.
Can't turn it over. Yeah, that's the biggest thing.
And then finally, you mentioned Beatrice, the 6 seed against Lincoln Pius, third, the 3 seed. new matchup. Finally, we've got one that did not play each other in the regular season.
Which is weird because they're like close.
That's I was like, really? But obviously, Ava Markowski, the Omaha commit, leading the way. But Kate Miller, Kendall Himes, Ava Frederick are all capable of making a difference. For player to watch for Beatrice, Kylie Hatcliffe, just a 5'8" guard. 14.9 points and 11.2 rebounds.
She's tough. Like physical. Like she plays hard.
Obviously, again, watching them 15 and 11 as a 5'8" guard.
I watched them against Ogallala and their loss, and she's tough. Like a bulldog, tough.
Yeah,
college. That team is tough too. I mean, obviously they overcome overtime in their district against an Omaha Scott team that has had plenty of experience and plenty of players that carried over from last year. But yeah, I mean, they're going to be like, I think Mike just said it best. I mean, they're just like a bunch of bulldogs out there. So it's not going to be a walk in the park by any means.
Really well coached. Here's a key number on Beatrice. So there's 6 losses. Of those 6 losses, they have not scored 35 points.
That's crazy.
5 of those 6, they didn't score 35. So the one loss was Ogallala 53-47. So if they get to 35, they got a good shot.
Yeah.
And because the way they play, the possessions, obviously weeks, background stuff, they want to keep games, low scoring and longer possessions. If they can get to 35, they got a chance.
Pius likes to run and gun. They like to get up a lot of threes.
So the pace of play and the style in that is going to be very interesting. It's literally the key number is 35 for Beatrice. If they can get to 35, they maybe got a shot. If they don't score 35, they're probably going to lose because that's what it's looked like all year, except for that one game.
All right, moving on to C1, where only one district upset, and it was a 9/8. So as expected, the top of C1 is so strong. You've got the firepower, or the star power at the top of this class is as good as any class, honestly. Because you talk about some of these players that we're gonna just run through here in a moment, but. I'm so looking forward to this group making a run through state. So again, Central City, the 9 over Raymond Central, the 8, and
that score is a little surprising.
54-26. Yeah, and
watching Raymond Central.
I was gonna say you saw Raymond Central.
Yeah, they're athletic and
Kenzie Tennick had a great season for them, just a junior. So yeah, that was an impressive win for Central City to pull that off in that fashion.
I can't believe it's their first state tournament appearance in school history.
Central City?
Yeah.
Girls?
Yes.
Yeah, I can't.
It is. I mean, to me, just in terms of we're getting ready, all of us are looking through. You're looking at state tournament appearances for all these schools and stuff, but to not have just one off year for this to be the first in 2026, phenomenal. And obviously, Central City, they've had a lot of success in their girls' athletics over the past few years, especially in softball. Good to see a carryover here. Congratulations. You get Milford.
Yeah. No, okay. Yeah, 24-3 season, you get to take on Milford.
Here's the thing, though, with that. 2 weeks ago, on the 20th,
yes,
they played Milford. It was 44-43. Central City, watching them in Kearney, they lost to Malcolm that day, but they got some size to go with that. They've done a really good job. That group, that's going to be a much tougher out, I think, than maybe people are giving Central City credit for.
They were up 25-16 at halftime and then had to hold on as Central City rallied there. Shayla Rautenberg had 22 points, 17 rebounds, and 4 blocks in that game.
At some point, you just are like, you're going to get yours, and we're going to try and do anything with everybody else.
And Ashton Miller at 16 in that one as well. Their front court, they've got size to stack up with anybody in the state, regardless of class. That's the thing about Milford.
Sidney Homolka it's not just one, it's 2.
Yeah, it's both of them. And Sidney Homolka had 23 points for Central City in that game to give them a shot. She'll be a player to watch for them.
Central City's 3 losses are to these teams. Malcolm, Elkhorn Valley.
Undefeated in C2.
Yeah, and Milford.
Yeah.
That's not bad.
No, that's not bad at all.
It's crazy that they're the 8 seed then. With those 3 losses.
Well, that's because there's
obviously yes, but you look at the rest of it, and you're just like, wow.
And it's I got to look up what talk about this at the end. Dallas Sweet put out the numbers about.
Oh yeah, I can pull that up. I got that for you.
All right, we can talk about that at the end. But so Milford 25-1 top seed. Their only loss is to Norris, who second best team in Class B, who is better than a lot of Class A teams. So no shame in that one. Obviously, we've got Malcolm on the other side of the bracket. We did see those two teams face off, and that was one of the best games of the year in girls basketball and in C1. Milford won that one 66-64 on January 8th, and they got 32 points and 6 threes from sophomore Abby Crabtree stepping up because Malcolm did a great job of keeping Rautenberg in check relative to what she normally does. Right. Just 14 points and 8 boards, which is, again, just it's about half of what you typically see from her. Yeah, Howie Dolver had 24 and 13 in that game. Peyton Dolver had 18 points. So if down the line we see that potential matchup, would not be mad at that at all. But there are other teams that have something to say about that.
Yeah, I was going to say this. It's easy to look at it and just say, well, you probably could go chalk and just say, well, these two teams will carry through. But there's a high probability of volatility in C1, and I think that it makes it very, very fun. And there will be no days off when we get there.
Listen, that semis are going to be pretty good.
Yeah. So in the 4-5, we get a rubber match between Ogallala and Gothenburg. Ogallala 4, Gothenburg the 5. They're both 21 and 4. Gothenburg won 61-58 on February 10th with a big fourth quarter. Outscored them 19-13 in the fourth. Zoe Beveridge had 24 points, 9 rebounds, 6 assists, and 4 steals in that game.
I know her dad.
Yeah. Ogallala got them back in a big way in the second meeting, again, just 10 days later. 66-31.
Yep.
So quite a swing in that one. 25-11 first quarter, and it was just over from there. So they came out, jumped on them right away. They were up 36-13 at halftime, and they held Gothenburg to 20% shooting with 21 turnovers.
A lot of familiarity. A lot of familiarity.
This is the biggest stat, though. 58-20 in rebounds.
Yeah.
Lainey Caskey had 11 points and 16 rebounds. So I have no idea what to expect out of this matchup. Considering again those were within 10 days of each other.
Yeah, and
those two games.
And both these teams made concerted efforts to get out and travel, to get out and play new teams, and to get to new venues as well. So I don't think that it's going to be like, they're a school from the west side of the state is going to be coming to Lincoln and it's too bright and all that stuff. No. You could get a full-on battle between these two. I don't think either of them are going to shy away from the moment.
Okay, you want a little nugget in this game?
We love nuggets.
So Rasby for Ogallala and Beveridge for Gothenburg. Their dads graduated high school together at Sutherland and were very good teammates and all of that. A little nugget that there's a little bit of history.
You can only get from somebody who spent some time in Sutherland.
We had a very good football team that year, their senior year. I will say that.
We call that a Sutherland Sailor anchor drop. Thank you.
It was very good. So it's just it's just fun to see kind of those two, like knowing them and how good they were in high school and stuff, and like athletes. And Rasby's mom is, by the way, that's why she can like really jump and run. She's a great 300-meter hurdler. We're talking about like very high level track athlete. So yeah, with the mom there. Yeah. Anyway, all right.
Well, so we talk about Milford and Malcolm, but Lincoln
Christian's pretty good.
At 24
and
2
back-to-back titles and just lost for the first time in 2 years this year. Oh, right. Lincoln Christian.
And I mean, you and I were there in the Pender game, just like what Coach Pender has done, taking over in September.
Right.
They didn't lose a step.
Yeah. No. And it's losing arguably the two best players in program history. Last year with Maddie Kasbaum and Kenna Ailes. Like,
you think
those two?
That's saying a lot.
Two of the best.
Okay. I was like,
Kasbaum 20 a game, Ailes like 16 and 14, whatever she was.
Like Dwork was really good.
Correct. Yes. Chloe.
To JP's point, you're talking about two unprecedented teams.
Yes.
And
I'm just saying.
The way that they have continued that into this season is remarkable.
Again, and just losing the players that they did, that entire team was built around those two, and what obviously one of the best scorers in the state and one of the best post players in the state. You had that balance, and then you had the three kind of role players around them that they're back now and they're stepping up into the star role, and they haven't missed a beat. Like they obviously took a couple losses, but definitely like 24 wins. Again, a first time high school coach. He had only coached club before and basically like, hey, we need you to do this. Okay. Just a couple months before the season started.
September 25th.
Yeah, basketball is basketball, boys.
That is true. But so just all the respect for what he's done with that group. Obviously coaching his daughters on that team. And then Jessica Heiser has really stepped up to become kind of the leader for that team after being like the third or fourth option a year ago. And she's done a great job in that role. But they are balanced with both Pender, Sam Dierking. They've got some underclassmen as well making an impact. So impressed when I saw them against Pender. And they get Fort Calhoun, who is 24-2. This is the first meeting between them. Ansley Ellison has had a great season, kind of been a double-double girl, 16 points, about 10 boards a game, 3 steals, 2 assists. I know you saw Fort Calhoun.
Yeah, they lost to Raymond Central, but they'll play fast. They're going to pressure the ball. That's why this one a little interesting. Could be a lot of back and forth, up and down. Pace should be quick. Coach Eric Jones has done a great job at Fort Calhoun, so that'll be interesting. Also, another little nugget on this one: Jessica Heiser is the niece of one Joel Heiser, so. Papillion South head boys basketball coach.
Pretty good basketball family.
Do you want to do like family trees next? Or what?
Just stuff to know. That's it.
I don't know if we've got the time to start going through all that within
in this brain. Yeah.
All right, and then finally in C1, it's the 3 seed Malcolm at 25-1. Again, the lone loss to Milford against Holdrege, 22-4. Sub-district final. They just played each other. Yeah. 45-36 on February 19th.
So not a layup for Malcolm.
Yeah, like Holdrege made them earn it. Malcolm, they only shot 35% from the field in that game, but they held Holdrege to 26% shooting.
You have to remember, too, I mean, Holdrege, it doesn't exactly translate, but they just came off the state volleyball tournament run. They've been in this area. They feel very confident coming in. Derek Runcie is a really, really good high-pressure coach, too. And they beat Omaha Nation at home in a very full capacity crowd. I mean, so if you're talking about, again, like the stage and everything else coming in, that Malcolm hasn't been there before, but it's not like Holdrege is going to shy away from that moment either.
Yeah. This is also one of those situations where like Malcolm, like this is your time, right?
Yep. Yeah.
Like with
that is kind of the big with Hallie Dolver's return after having to watch from the stands a year ago.
Boy, she hates losing. Let me tell you, like, oof.
Yeah, indeed. So the Omaha commit senior, her and his sister, both just phenomenal seasons for Malcolm as expected, and she double. Like she will do anything needed to. Fine with her sister being the leading scorer, although Hallie still gets hers as well. But Peyton, who put up 20 games as a freshman while her sister was hurt. And she's come back in and like, hey, you go, you do you. I'm going to get mine as well.
I mean, in that game, the sub-district final, I mean, Peyton had 17 and 12 rebounds.
Yeah,
and she's the guard.
Yeah, and Hallie
had 12 and 10.
12, 10, 5 assists, 3 steals. So yeah, that duo is going to be tough for anybody in the field to deal with. Holdrege,
just
Emily
wait
Stutzman,
for the
and
next.
Grace,
It wouldn't be a duo, 3.
That's a trio.
Trio. Yeah, wait for the Dolliver trio coming. It's coming.
More family trees with Mike Sautter. Didn't know we were getting into generations here.
Yeah. Emily Stutzman and Gracie Johnson are the players to watch for Holdrege. Yeah. So, this C1, you got the Dallas stat?
I do, yes. Okay, so this is from our good friend Dallas Sweet and Malcolm.
Who's a good friend?
Combined record, 186 and 21 between all 8 teams.
That's amazing.
Of the 21 losses, all but 3 are to teams in a state tournament field. Of those 3 losses, 2 were from Raymond Central that was in a district final.
Who's very good.
Yes.
Very good, yeah.
So again, it's like there's usually not a bunch of chances that we get to say, hey, expand the bracket. But this was one where you're almost like, I want to see as many teams as possible, and I almost want to give like 2 out of 3 chances for some of these. I'd rather see like 5-game series of some of these moving forward. But this is the way the state tournament will work. And so whoever gets through will definitely earn it for sure.
Listen, we don't need more state tournament games. I know my friend, my good friend Tony Chapman is all for like everybody makes it and plays this big drawn out thing. No, we're good. Like this system works. It's good. We're fine. Like we don't need yeah, we're all right.
I agree. We don't need. Yeah. Let's keep going with.
Thanks for humming my haw, guys. Really appreciate that.
Humming your haw? What?
That's just move on. Class C2.
Just move on. C2. So
I hope they play better than that phrase went over.
Yeah.
Okay, C2. Pender.
There were two district upsets and noteworthy ones. One, the 11 seed Centura beat the 6 seed Alma 48-42.
Alma.
What
Come
I
on,
say?
man.
What did I say?
Olma.
Wow.
I talked too fast. Down 35-30 after 3, and 18-7 outscored them in the fourth quarter to steal the game. And sophomore Taya Taukiovea, 18 points, and Kennedy Davis, 15 points, 8 rebounds, and 7 blocks for Centura to knock off Alma. And obviously, we know Kinley Ford, just a freshman, another one of those names that you're going to hear a lot about over the next 4 years. And Cameron Scott, those two, would have liked to see those two at state just in terms of getting the best players there. But really impressive job by Centura to go get that win.
Another thing, speaking of coach outfits, I wonder if we'll get the suede jacket from Lathan Brown from Centura.
Oh, yeah. He just passed 100 career wins, too.
Yeah. He's a good coach.
Yeah.
Yeah, the other upset was just the 9-8, so is what it is. But Crofton, 52-40 over Elmwood Murdoch. J.C. Jansen, 18 points, 14 rebounds, hit 14 free throws. Division II commit, Black Hills State, I think.
I think that's right.
But, so post player, again, good player to watch, averaging 17 points and 12 rebounds this season, 4 blocks. She is a difference maker for them and someone that is going to be a problem for whoever they face throughout the state tournament. So Crofton got that final bid there. The other district top seeds all won theirs. So C2. This will be fun. You got, obviously Pender's the 1 seed coming up. However many state championships in a row they've won.
3
now.
3.
2 different classes.
Correct. Yeah.
3 in a row.
Yeah, so Hadley Walsh leading the way for them, obviously, but Madeline Dolver, we know what she did in state tournament a year ago and what she's capable of, and that's just it's a Pender team. They just play. It's so well coached. The 5-out, the way they play. It will be interesting to see, watching them against Lincoln Christian. They had them scouted better than anybody I've ever seen. Their ability to take away all Pender's. They're just go-to actions. I hadn't seen that against Pender period over this entire run.
Yeah.
Can anybody in C2 replicate that? I don't know. We'll see. Obviously, we know how good Lincoln Christian is. We just talked about that. But so they get Pender in the first. So it'll be interesting to see how Pender deals with Jansen. Obviously, you've got a guard-heavy team versus center built around a post player inside in that 8-1.
Hadley Walsh going to have to defend.
Yep. Got to keep her out of foul trouble as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yutan, obviously a lot of experience at state, 20-4 against Hastings, St. Cecilia.
One of the more traditional teams in C2.
Correct. Yeah.
Yep. And Molly Dakota leading the way for Yutan, who has won a lot of games and put up a lot of points for that team, averaging about 15 and 8 and 4 assists, 4 stocks this year. So she's a player that can put the team on her back. And then Elkhorn Valley, undefeated, 26-0. Obviously, we know they made a great run last year. They're taking on Crofton, the 7th seed. They're with Jansen, with Crofton. Elkhorn Valley, 26-0. They had that great game with Oakland-Craig a year ago. Go ahead.
Yeah, their closest game by a mile this year was in the district final, 63-60 Aquinas in overtime. No one was even close. Yeah. They gave up 19, 21, 38, and they're scoring in the 60s and stuff. I mean, they just hammered people all year long. Not close.
And
their first 3 games,
well-balanced team too.
Yeah, their first 3 games of the season, they gave up 9, 14, and 12. It's pretty good. And they scored over 60 in them.
Yeah, that's how you.
No one talked about those though.
We don't need to get on that.
Just saying.
Moving on. Yeah, and so well-balanced team. Again, they've got a lot of good pieces there. Yeah. And then finally, 3-seed Oakland-Craig. It's a heck of a 3-seed against Guardian Angels Central Catholic, the 6. Briar
Obviously
Ray.
have played.
Yeah, Briar Ray for Oakland-Craig leading the way. Again, last year, fantastic run by them, and they're back as well. So,
who's the stronger 3, Lincoln Christian or Oakland-Craig?
Go ahead, Mike.
Yeah. Lincoln Christian's the 2. Malcolm's the 3.
Oh, okay. Same question.
Either way.
Same question.
Same question.
I'm not answering. Oakland-Craig, so Oakland-Craig Guardian Angels, they played in the first round of state volleyball as well against each other. So, and GACC won that one in volleyball. So they're obviously very familiar because it's like
This year?
they're neighbors. Yeah.
No, Oakland-Craig won.
Oakland-Craig won?
Yeah, Briar Ray had like 35 kills.
Yeah, that's right. But they did play in the first round.
Yes,
I remember
they
that.
did, yep.
Yeah. They lost the first set.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
2 different things, yes.
Yeah, totally different.
Yeah, that was Briar had like 30 kills in like 2 sets or whatever it was to win that.
Can Briar Ray get more points in a game in the state tournament this year than she had kills in that game against GACC?
Wouldn't put it past her. It's possible. Like, she can really get going.
Yeah.
She can. Obviously.
That's a lot.
Yeah. Obviously, they played, right? Like, I feel good about that. Same conference and stuff.
Yeah.
Maybe. Oh, yeah. It was 67-58 in overtime.
Good. So, yeah.
On February 19th.
Got so many good games.
Yeah.
C2 is going to be fun, man, as well. Like, yeah, we go through
Not going to be able to
C1,
watch
C2.
every game.
That's the issue. You got to make a decision.
Maybe
there.
we should have an expanded
That's the thing,
tournament.
yeah,
Then
like-
we could just watch every game.
See? Come on. Now
Every
you're speaking my
single
language.
day. No.
Yeah.
Your sarcasm, you almost had me for a second. That's okay.
All right. D1, we had 2 district upsets. The 13-seed Arapahoe over the 4-seed Shelton, 67-55.
That was a really big one.
Sawyer
That was a really
Schaefer,
big one.
27 points to lead the upset there in that one. 8 of 15 from the field, 3 of 7 from 3, and 8 of 9 from the line. So fantastic performance by her there. And then 11-seed Cross County, 47-44 over the 6-seed Central Valley. Sophomore Olive Peterson had 21 points on 6 of 9 from the field, 3 of 5 from 3, and 6 of 6 from the line. So a couple of outstanding performances to lead their teams to upsets in the district final to punch their ticket to state and set this field. The 1-seed Bloomfield, 26-0, again, another undefeated team against Arapahoe. Miladies. That's the names to know here in D1 because they're Madison Milady, just sophomore, 20 points a game on over 50% from the field, 76 from the line, 10 rebounds, almost 2 assists, 5 stocks between steals and blocks, and she has been phenomenal. And then Kennedy Milady, freshman, almost 17 points a game, almost 60% from the field, 74 from the line, 8 rebounds, 6 assists, 6 stocks. Like freshman and sophomore leading this team to a 26-0 record. We talk about players. What we're going to see these two for the next 3 years for sure.
And Bloomfield travels well too, so you will definitely hear them. The bees will be out.
The bees will be buzzing.
And then we got Amherst. Sutton is the 4-5 in the other game there. You've got Elm Creek against Cross County. Again, Elm Creek, we've seen make a run. Kendall Cavney, you saw them play earlier this season, right, Austin?
Yeah, and they were in the D1 final a year ago, too. Cavney's only gotten better every single year that they've been able to continue on, obviously, state tournament appearances and such. I'm very interested in them because you don't want to necessarily say that they're going to have, like, the hangover that comes from the runner-up finish last year. But when I saw them in the FKC championship, turnover prone, did not have a lot of like great looks or great opportunities, but found a way in the second half to get a win. If they rematch against a team that they have maybe seen before or someone that's scouted them pretty well, they could be in some trouble. And if they can make it all the way, obviously, to the championship, I'm very intrigued to see who they get there because it'd either likely be maybe an Amherst team that they've seen before in FKC or that undefeated Bloomfield team that'll give them plenty of trouble. So Cavney's very good, but you've got a lot of great players that are out there as well for D1.
Yeah. And the final matchup, the 3-6, is Maywood Hayes Center against Howells Dodge.
Lob Village versus the Jags.
That's incredible.
What? Lob Village, Mayhay.
No, I love that.
Yeah.
That's
Lob
incredible.
And incredible matchup between 2 juniors here for Mayhay. Kaylee Softly averaging 19 points a game, almost 5 rebounds, 3 assists, 4 stocks versus Kali Prochasic. I wish I could get a pronunciation guide for some of these before
I'll figure that out
here,
for you. Don't you worry.
We'll figure it out.
But she 15 points on 54% from the field, 70 from the line, almost 5 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 stocks. So a couple of talented players there going head-to-head. And, again, just juniors, so they'll be back again.
Mayhay's 2 losses, Dundee County, 2 of their 3 losses, Dundee County Stratton. It was like 4 and 8 points. Their other loss is Arapahoe, who made the tournament, and it was 47-41, but that was in January.
All right, that is D1. And finally, D2. We had 4 upsets in district, so kind of a lot of topsy-turviness in district finals here to set this bracket. We had 13 Loomis over the 4-seed Mullen, 55-48. Addison Perry had 23 points on 9 of 14 from the field, 4 of 5 from 3, 8 rebounds and 4 assists in that game to lead Loomis to the win. The 12-seed Sumner Eddyville-Miller, 49-41 over Cambridge.
Say that again.
Sumner Eddyville-Miller.
Yeah.
Sorry.
You can't run through those 3 towns.
Yeah,
correct.
You got to slow it down.
SEM.
That's easier.
SEM
I don't know why
knocked
you
off
didn't go
Cambridge.
SEM to
I
start.
don't either. That's
Crazy.
It's literally what I have written. Anyway, so Taryn Arbuthnot, we obviously what she's done on the volley,
athlete.
just phenomenal. Like her numbers at the end of this, like for all of the sports she played, they're just basically their whole record book is going to just be her name everywhere.
She should be an Athlete of the Year finalist.
She 100% with what she's done in multiple sports and to get her team back here. She had 16 points and 15 rebounds in that game. And then Mallory Springer, a phenomenal volleyball player as well, did a lot for Cambridge. In the loss, she had 31 points, 18 rebounds, and 2 steals on 11 of 21 from the field, 9-11 from the free throw line. She unfortunately just didn't get any help. But 31 and 18 and losing, she could not have asked anything more of her. Like phenomenal performance. I just wanted to shout that out as well. Why not the 11 over McCool Junction? The 6, 39-36, so a close one there. So why not? A lot of experience at the state tournament. Mm-hmm. And then finally the 9 over the 8, Archangels Catholic over Haysprings, 58-32. So dominant performance by Archangels, who had 23 offensive rebounds. 2 players with double-doubles in that game, Whitney Wegner, 12 and 12, and Callie Yaros with 10 points, 10 rebounds, 4 assists. So those are all the upsets, and that set up this bracket here for D2, where you've got Dundee County Stratton at the top, 25-1, 1 seed. Let's see here. Yeah. Abby Spargo, 18 points, 9 rebounds, 2 assists, 6 stocks. Just a sophomore. Her older sister has had a terrific career as well. I believe just went over a milestone the other recently for them career points wise.
And I think she has career steals too, because she was arrested by the Dundee County Stratton Sheriff's Office. So I should say the Dundee County Sheriff's Office. My bad. So
Wow.
Well, no,
I missed
because
that.
for steals. That's
yeah,
why.
Exactly.
Oh,
yeah.
I was like,
I got.
Mike, come on.
I got what you're saying.
Come on, Mike.
I did not get it at all.
Yeah.
No.
I was like,
No.
excuse me.
Mike was about to run in this producer booth and be like, what are you talking about?
What are we talking about here?
Wow.
None of our business.
Mike, I apologize for putting you in that spot.
No, that's okay. Yeah.
No, to be clear, she was arrested by the Dundee County Sheriff's Office for getting that many steals in basketball.
Okay.
Yeah, for being a thief, yes.
I definitely get it now. Initially did not. So it's okay.
Oof, that could have been real bad.
Yeah. Anyway, so they get the 8 seed Loomis there. So that's Loomis's reward for pulling off that upset. You get Dundee County Stratton in the first round. The other game is 4-5 Silver Lake against Archangels. The 2-7 is Red Cloud against SEM, and the 3 seed is Falls City Sacred Heart against Wynot.
Santo boys.
Feel like we've seen Falls City Sacred Heart Wynot in every sport, in boys and girls, many times over the years.
Even the coaching though in those two teams, like the Santos for Falls City Sacred Heart and Weisler, like Steve, he's done a terrific job at Wynot. Obviously, been there forever. Those two, like. Just the 2 coaching staffs have been there forever. They're always in the state tournament. They win a ton. Like coaching is really, high level stuff in that game.
Yeah. A few more players to watch for Red Cloud. Again, a sophomore. We've got a lot of really talented young players, freshmen, sophomores in the state, and a lot of them have made it to the tournament this year. Ava Rust is averaging over 19 points a game, 7 rebounds, 3.5 assists, almost 5 stocks per game. So she'll be a player to watch. Hallie Jones leads a balanced Falls City Sacred Heart team, 10 points, 7 boards a game. And Sophie Schmidt for Silver Lake, almost 15 points a game, almost 6 rebounds, almost 3 assists, almost 5 stocks a game.
Nice.
So that is the girls' state tournament.
55 minutes in. Pretty good. Pretty good.
All 3 of us will be down there throughout the week, trying to see as much of it as we can.
Basically the whole time every day. Except for me on Wednesday.
And we're gonna have people. We're gonna have people at both.
So not the whole
Wednesday night.
Yeah. We're gonna have people at both.
I won't be there Wednesday night.
Yeah. Gonna have people at both buildings, trying to get you coverage of every class as much as we can between our social feeds. Stay tuned to all that. We'll be back. All of stuff on our website. We'll be back next week to break it down and talk about all the winners. But
let's get to some boys.
Yeah, before we get out here.
Fast.
Yeah. So on the boys, what do we? Let's see. I will say that the last noteworthy regular season game that I saw was Central and Southwest, where Central beat Southwest on a Yasir Grixby buzzer beater, just got in the lane, put up a little shot at the basket in ball game to win that one, to knock off Southwest. So that shook up the wild card points a bit.
It flipped like 2.
Yeah, and so Papio South gets to host Central there in the 8-7 final.
I will say this.
Austin's planning to be there.
It would be great to see Coach Heiser, go out with a state tournament appearance and making a run at it. Just because Joel, everyone likes.
They can make a run at it.
Yeah,
they can make a run.
I said, I think a couple weeks ago, they're just on a heater. Like they really have figured things out. After a slow start to the year, and they're killing it.
I said it this morning to Damon, but I don't know if there's a player in the Class A field that more teams would fear getting on a heater for 3 straight games than Levi Webb.
Yeah, he's definitely up there.
Yeah.
So that was kind of the last noteworthy regular season. Shook some things up. Last one I saw. So I saw 2 back-to-back buzzer-beating wins that shook up the wild card points with Millard South over North Star, and then Southwest and Central just 2 days later. So fun finish to the regular season for me. I picked some good games there, but so far anything
Districts
really noteworthy?
Been,
we've got all the district final. It's all kind of what we expect for the most part. Again, Monday, Tuesday night, Westside and Millard South will close out the Class A field.
Basically everybody in A and B plays tonight.
Yeah,
on the boys' side, so can only be a full game and a half, or a half and a full game, because 6 and 7 o'clock tips. So we will do our best to be as many places as possible.
Anything in B? Noteworthy?
I don't
kind of what
so.
They expect.
Yeah. I mean, it's not. From what I
got games tonight there as well.
Yeah, there is. Gretna, Scott can Gretna slow it down enough? Maybe.
Bennington Roncalli tomorrow night is an interesting
Very
one,
interesting.
And obviously those 2 have played, and so that's kind of
that one's very at Roncalli.
Yeah,
that one has my attention big time. Might just go there to eat.
You and I. So
point, Mike.
Yeah, you and I have to decide.
Don't eat dinner.
Which one of us is going to Westside, Millard South, and which one of us is going to Bennington, Roncalli? And I think we're both kind of like, we've got this over here at Roncalli. I did not get a chance to get out to Roncalli this year, and I haven't seen them. They've had a great season.
Yeah,
it just hasn't worked out schedule-wise.
Beat Mount Michael at Mount Michael, which was a good win. So
and good food.
It was at Mount Michael.
Oh, so Mount Michael doesn't have good food either?
It was at Mount
Nobody
Michael.
has good food compared to Roncalli.
Yeah, so I've been told.
No shade. No shade in anybody
Not
else.
knocking anybody, but it's not the same.
Yeah. All right. So in C1, not a whole lot happened here. The kind of the host won every game so far, I believe, and Ogallala Ashland Greenwood gave up a combined 58 points. I will talk about Ogallala when we wrap this up with shout-outs in a moment here because,
weird. Talking about Ogallala.
I mean, like they're...
I'm just messing with you.
Yes, I realize that. But
put them in prison.
Kind of, kind of have no choice. Anyway. So yeah, we'll finish those up tonight. All of those are Monday night games. DC West Winnebago is kind of interesting.
It's very interesting.
Locally
at DC West,
in the metro area.
If Winnebago makes it, the NSA is certainly going to like that because the ticket sales.
Concordia goes to Auburn, and we thought we were going to get that in the sub-district final, and then Concordia just wasn't ready for that Lincoln Lutheran game and lost that one. So Lincoln Lutheran went to Auburn instead, and Concordia had to wait for the wild card to get in the district final. And now they match up again. So Auburn will definitely have Concordia's full attention this time, and they are healthy. They've got all their pieces here. So that'll definitely be an intriguing one. And then Mount Michael has to go to Grand Island Central Catholic.
That's interesting. They played at Mount Michael earlier this year.
Yeah. In C2, the noteworthy result so far, EMF over Alma. Knocked them off 50-46 in that one. So that's 13 over the 4 seeding wise. So Alma 0-2 for state tournament after great seasons. Tough to see their 2 seniors go out like that, but great job by EMF. Grady Bresson's had a great season for them. And now they will be in the state tournament.
The NSA site has Alma winning that game, by the way, so we should probably tell someone.
Huh?
That's very odd.
I'm telling you, on this it says Alma right here. It says, sub-district, my bad.
Yeah. All right.
Jesus.
You're looking at the wrong one. We are on the district finals, Mike.
You and Sparko going to jail.
Oof, I was like, that's not great.
I'm literally looking right
now.
No,
yeah. Sorry.
It says EMF
so was I, but I just looked at the wrong thing.
Yeah.
That's all right.
All right.
Well, win the biggest one, right?
Yeah.
So we get Freeman Johnson Brock again.
That's got to be. What's so tough is like both their seasons as they progress, they're not where I thought they were going to be because I thought they would both be hosting separate district finals, but here they are taking each other on. And
it's just weird that we're going to get a state tournament without one of them,
right? Like, and you guys know how high I was on Johnson Brock coming into the year and everything too. So I don't know. I'm very interested to see how this one turns out, especially with it being at Freeman too. I think is kind of a big deal,
and especially after how the last game went when they just played, how one-sided that was.
Yeah, of all the C2 district finals, that in my eyes is probably the closest 2 teams that you could say both these teams probably could make state tournament runs, but one of their seasons is going to end here instead.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. D1.
Well, Bergen Crofton could be maybe like a thing. Not anticipating.
It's definitely a thing that exists. Yes.
Yeah.
Wow. This is kind of the Dunk on Mike show today.
Wow.
Right.
Quick, make him say SEM again.
Yeah.
So D1, we're still waiting. That's all mostly tonight. Fullerton did knock off Overton. That's a 10 over the 7 at Overton.
I think that's
Witovic.
Yeah,
been
to me,
kind of leading them the whole way.
That's kind of a bigger deal than what it will get credit for because when I saw Overton, we talked about it on this show.
Beating him that bad.
Yeah, that was one that I thought Overton had a lot of good matchup problems in their favor if they were to make a tournament run, and they weren't able to get that far.
64-45 win for Fullerton.
Yeah,
and Meade going on the road and beating Bertrand.
By 10 too.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And then the rest will play out. McCool Junction versus Twin Loop. That'll be fun. You've got Carson McDonald versus Yaya Harris, 2 of the stat sheet stuffing guards in the state. Like you look at their numbers over the year.
And Yaya Harris is like a dude that can take one team by himself.
Yeah.
Like he just
basically has all season long.
Yeah.
But then also McDonald's a kid, he's got a triple-double under his belt this year. Like both those guys kind of do everything for their team. So that's kind of an intriguing one there for me. All right. And then finally in D2, we've got, let's see here.
Pretty chalky.
Yeah, chalky so far. We've got the rest tonight.
Outside of Pleasanton beating Lawrence Nelson.
That's 13 over the 4. Yeah,
by 20.
Yeah, that 59-38. That was a surprising result when I saw that.
Yeah, Pleasanton's been on this really slow climb. They hired a couple of Kearney High coaches that kind of came out there. They have a younger staff of assistants that are there too. They have done a really good job building up the pieces to get there. I didn't think that they were there right now, but here they are. They're ready for it.
Also, I would want to say something. Well, in D2, Deschler, the year that Deschler's had football-wise, making the playoffs, like winning a game, and now making the boys' athletics there at Deschler, the flip switch pretty quickly. So, yeah, big time. But to be honest, the 3 teams that we expect to be battling for a state championship and we expect them to battle all year are, still alive. And Elgin Public Pope John won their district final, and then Archangels and Mullen play each other, and then St. Mary's and Nebraska Lutheran. So I wouldn't expect an upset in either of those.
Intriguing one in the D2-7 with Bancroft Rosalie against Wynot 7-10.
Yeah.
Wynot, obviously, they were in that final game a year ago and brought a bunch of pieces back. Maybe didn't have the season quite that they would have liked. Just
We've been
in terms
asking
of
all
wins
year,
and losses.
where has Wynot been? And yet here they are.
Here's their chance to make it back and against the Bancroft Rosalie team that's had a solid season. KJ Blackhawk leading the way for them. So I think that's probably the one that, okay, that's pretty interesting to me.
Yeah, and it could have been just as simple as Wynot needed to get
well.
healthy from football. I mean, that could have been it too.
Yeah.
So
Also, another Weisler is the head coach at Wynot.
Right.
Yeah.
You could throw a stone and Wynot and hit Weisler.
Well,
so.
yeah, I mean, I'm just saying.
All right.
Did
we cover it all?
I think we're good.
I think so. Shout outs.
Yeah.
I got one. London Dada. London Dada killed it. Yeah, I'm just saying. I was there. It was a great game.
Yeah. 27 points, 10 of 15 from the field, 6 of 10 from 3.
Yeah, 27 points, 10 of 15 from the field, 6 of 10 from 3, and did it in 2.5 quarters. Had 14 in the third quarter.
He really likes playing Lincoln East.
Yeah.
He had 35 the first time they played him?
Yeah, he had 14 in the first 5 minutes of the third quarter. Yeah. So he just went off. It was great.
Yeah, the first time he played them was when he had Coach Hoiberg and Payne Borders there, and they got the offer after. Yeah. So he needs to get Lincoln East on the schedule more often next year.
I don't know if Lincoln East wants that.
Yeah.
Did you ask the Spartans?
All right, so I mentioned Ogallala because Sawyer Smith doing it again.
So good.
Who?
He's such a good high school basketball player.
Yeah.
So these are his 3 games to lead his team to state this past week. So 28 points on 12 of 18 from the field, 2 of 2 from 3, 2 of 2 from the line, 2 rebounds, 5 assists, 4 steals in an 83-52 win against Sidney. 25 points on 9 of 16 from the field, 2 of 5 from 3, 5 of 5 from the line, 10 rebounds, 9 assists, 8 steals, and a block in an 85-44 win against Bridgeport. And then finally, 24 points, 10 of 13 from the field, 3 of 4 from 3, 1 of 2 from the line, 10 rebounds, 13 assists, and 7 steals in a 90-32 win against Columbus Lakeview. So for the week, he averaged almost 26 points a game on 66% from the field and 64% from 3, 89% from the line, 9 assists, 7 rebounds, 6 steals to lead his team to state.
Not bad.
That's incredible.
That's pretty good.
Yeah. So, I mean, this is his last 1, 2, 3 games at high school basketball. Stay healthy.
Yes.
No freak occurrences this year. He deserves this run. The basketball fans deserve to see him on this stage. They were robbed of that a year ago. So, got my fingers crossed for you, Sawyer. Go out there and do what you do. Also, another guy who we're probably going to be talking about during our award show, Bergen Catholic senior Gavin Baker, again, 31 points, 12 of 18 from the field, 2 of 4 from 3, 5 of 8 from the line, 13 rebounds, including 8 offensive, 4 steals, 4 blocks, and an assist in a 76-42 win against Shelby Rising City. The level that he's playing at right now, he has turned it up 5 notches to close out the regular season. And I don't know who in that class is going to have an answer for what he's able to do, especially now that he's shooting the ball well, in addition to working inside and taking more shots from the perimeter. I don't know how you have an answer for that. So, Archangels Catholic playing well going in here. Valentine Jr., Dominic Bebout, 38 points on 14 of 24 from the field, 10 of 18 from 3. So, again, another double-digit three-point shooter. 4 assists, 3 steals, 3 rebounds, and a block in an 85-61 win against Hemingford. Mentioned Bertrand, they lost, but senior Thunder Nelson, again, one of the more productive players in the state this year, I've mentioned him before, had 35 points on 14 of 24 from the field, 5 of 8 from 3, 2 of 4 from the line, 9 assists, 7 rebounds, and 4 steals in a 76-47 win against Southern Valley. Followed it up with 23 points, 6 rebounds, 4 assists, a steal and a block in a 2-point win over Cambridge to reach that district final. And then Shelby Rising City Jr., Noah Thielen, 33 points, 11-23 from the field, 7-13 from three, 10 rebounds, 3 assists, 3 steals, and an 86-78 win against Takema Herman. And then finally, another sniper, Fall City Sacred Heart Jr., Bo Fletcher, 36 points on 13-21 from the field, including 9-16 from three. Split his free throws, 4 rebounds, 4 steals, an assist, and a block in an 83-44 win against Pawnee City.
My one final question. Did Thunder Nelson imagine dragons that night?
All right. On that note, that has been another episode of Nebraska Preps Postgame.
Yes, we will be back next week.
We will be back next week.
Oh, that's the end. Okay.
Leave this in.
A Herd at Sports Network production.